was moored overnight here at Swalkestone, which is over that way, the main village. I'm going to stop here for a few seconds. I just want to get rid of some rubbish. It looks like there's a boat actually moored on the water point, so it might be a bit tricky. Let's see what happens. I might have to keep it for the time being, or I'll just move more up quickly and run in. Quick stop. Let's see what happens. There's workboats on part of the mooring there by the looks, and there's a boat sat on the water point. There's actually nothing coming, so I'm going to do a bit of a naughty, stop in the narrow bit here quickly and just run and get rid of this bag of rubbish. It is nice to see here the old cargo crane restored and looking quite splendid along the side of the canal. Look carefully, you can see my rope on the grass here in the bottom left hand corner of the picture. I haven't moored up or anything. All I've done is thrown the centre rope on the grass while I've run across to the bins. Rubbish gone. Right, now I'm down to the lock. There's a lock just around the corner. Be my first lock of the day. Well, I'm currently just above Swalkestone lock here. I'm waiting to go down. And this arm here, just above Swalkestone lock, is the remnants of the old Derby Canal, which I believe closed officially in 1964. I understand restoration is taking place, but yet again it's one of these canals which will probably take years before it actually reopens. I believe it originally connected up with the Narrowboat canal. And if they ever do that again, that would be quite nice to be able to do that loop. So yes, that's the old disused arm of the Derby Canal, which of course took it straight into the town centre of Derby, which there were other canals that led off of there, and also tramways that used to bring the coal down to the barges. It was originally built, of course, for coal transportation, to bring the coal out of the coal fields of Derbyshire. I've been waiting here now for a good half an hour for another boat to come along. One hasn't, so I have come into the lock on my own. I did only have one of the upper lock gates open, but as soon as I got anywhere near it, the turbulent water opened it, so it must be well balanced, that lock gate. There's a boat coming up. I suppose I better go and get this lock done, because they'll be wanting to use the lock. Well, I am the only boat in the lock, but there's two boats coming up, and the gentleman very kindly told me to jump on the boat and he would do the gate for me. Absolutely fantastic. We have here Swalkestone's version of Niagara Falls. This might not be the deepest lock on the network, but at 10'11", it's still a fairly deep lock. And I really appreciate the help I got at this lock, because it really saves an awful lot of hassle for me climbing down the wet, slippery lock ladders. They're not nice at any time.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's take one yucky climb down the lock ladder.
Well, now onwards to the next lock, which I believe is Western Lock, which is also 10'11". Let's hope we get some help there too. Only just set off a few minutes ago, although it is 10 o'clock in the morning. Actually it's gone 10, I believe. I was waiting for a boat to come down past me, follow them down towards the lock, which I've just done. So that's pretty perfect. The two of us now going into the lock, and they're double locks. It makes life a lot easier for me than going into wide locks single-handed. Well, I'm not sure how long I'm going to travel for today. I've only been going about half an hour or so, and it's already very, very warm. If it gets any hotter, I'll probably be looking to stop. The trouble is, I need the solar. A shady spot would be nice for me, but the sun's nice for the solar and the boat. If I don't travel very far, I might need to charge the batteries. We'll see how it goes. I mentioned the other day about a field of winter wheat, but this is definitely a field of barley. Well, I think you know by now that I'm rather intrigued about boat names with musical themes, and here's another one, a song from Led Zeppelin. And another. This one, of course, is Pink Floyd. Hopefully this is my last lock of the day, if I can get moored up the other side of this somewhere. And this is Shardlow Lock. The other boat that is in the lock with me here, I've done the last 3 locks with, and it's a hybrid boat, so it has an electric motor to drive it, has lots of solar panels on the roof, but it does also have a diesel generator for backup. As we descend down through Shardlow Lock here, Shardlow Lock is quite a shallow lock, just 4 foot 5 inches. Just take a look around at some of these beautiful old lock bridges and buildings.
Thank you very much. I'm going to be stopping if I can find a space. Take care. Have a good trip. Yeah, it's all right forwards. It's obviously just that catch. In reverse, it's just churning it up everywhere. It happens. Part of boating.
As we glide through the historic inland port of Shardlow, the clock tower here we're looking at, of course, was not originally a pub and restaurant, which it is today. It was, of course, a loading wharf. I'm just going to point out a few things of interest. Well, I think they're of interest anyway. Shardlow at one point in time was one of the largest inland ports in the country, with its links, of course, to the River Trent and the Trent-Mersey Canal, and taking goods further north. In its heyday, it boasted having 8 or 9 pubs in the village, which most of them have actually survived. For a small village, that is quite a novelty, really. Shardlow flourished between around about 1770 and 1840, where thereafter, of course, because of the introduction of the railways, it started to go into decline. Well, it's time once again to bring this episode to an end. The next episode will be leaving Shardlow and going on towards the River Trent. Of course, I want to thank all my PayPal, Patreon and Super Thanks supporters on YouTube and everybody else who supports the channel in whatever way you do. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe and hit that old bell notification button. That way YouTube will inform you
every time I upload a new video. And like and share the video, that really helps also. Well, that just leaves me to say, thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.